It'll start. So.
Oh, does it? Okay. Hello, Internet. We're back. One of our viewers is Haley.
Oh, nice.
Give me some foot space.
No. You want kick things that don't need to be kicked.
I don't ever kick things.
It's not what I heard.
I do kick one thing.
Ass.
So why don't we put your accomplishments on the stream?
Does it actually
title?
say something like that?
Yeah, with top 8 player Zach.
You have to say 2 times.
Oh my god, it does say that.
It has to say 2 times.
2-time top 8.
2-time legacy.
That was a bit long for a title, so.
It still says it's loading.
It's because the actual stream is a few seconds behind reality. It's to allow for a buffer.
Huh, must be pretty far behind.
So if you hit refresh on the page, sometimes it'll make it pop up.
I want to see it. I want to see it streaming.
Yep.
Oh, so all we're seeing there is like what's actually being done. Yeah, right on.
So.
Oh shit, there's nobody on now though.
That's fine. They'll either come back or they won't, whatever.
But without viewers,
we're just playing Magic like we usually do? Or like we used to.
We're not getting famouser.
That's the technical term for it.
For more fame.
Now that I will win the die roll, clearly.
Snake eyes.
I will go first.
I will play.
And you will actually be needing this poison counter. Not me, no. I'm just joking.
Alright.
First turn kill. You can do it.
That's impossible with this deck. First turn kill? That's impossible. Yeah, this hand's good.
This seems okay, but not great.
Alright. Probe ya.
Yep.
I'm at 17, and it is your turn. I wonder if I should not have the Bayou main deck. I'm going to play that version. Yeah, well. You can move it away or pick it up or whatever. I'll just pick it up.
You would have written them down.
It was
normally,
a pair of, the important thing is you had a pair of decays, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's all important to me, but may not be important to you.
There's like a Bob
I can actually,
hymns.
I can actually send them right here. That
Okay.
might be visible if you turn around. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
All right. You done?
Yeah.
So it's unlikely we're casting anything else this turn. So let's get the Ink Moth started. We'll play Hierarch. Swing for 2. Go ahead.
Alright, so...
It's important to get the Hierarch out here early. It's also very important that we get this out because we know both of the creatures he has can trade with the Nexus. Or can trade with, sorry, not with Nexus. I've been drinking too much. Trade with the Glistener Elf. So we're almost certainly going to have to swing with the Nexus next turn.
Well, not to mention I can abrupt decay your creature but not your land, so...
That's also true.
The
thing is, if you're
I
going to
think I'll go ahead and... do I need to resolve these individually? I mean, you don't have to stifle mana up, so...
No, I do not. And actually, I cut the Stifle from my list because I don't like it.
Seems like it's trying to play a weird matchup there.
Well, I mean, you can always find a use for Stifle, so like it's never terrible, but I don't know. Just having it as a one of felt a little too cute, and I put an extra Spell Pierce main deck. I just like that better. I also put a Preordain in, which feels nice sometimes.
Now I don't know if it's a good idea to just, to just tap out and play a creature, or if I should do something else.
Well, if you have no answer at all to the Ink Moth, then tapping out isn't. I mean, it's either you want to bluff that you have an answer to the Ink Moth, or you don't bother at all and you just play your game plan. I think actually the best thing to do is the Hymn to Torok, because
because that tears my hand apart. Or
Well-
tears your hand apart.
yeah.
I mean that's fine, unless you daze it. So
That's true. A daze is really good. That would be one card to try and play around, but
well, so I was gonna play the Dark Confidant because I don't care if you counter it with the daze, and then next turn play a land, and then him to Turok you. But that might be too late.
that's true.
I mean, you might just kill me on your next turn. So him to Turok. We'll see if it works.
do something quick.
You're like, I do have a daze. Haha.
Let's see.
And then this will also make the Termagorth bigger
2, 3,
if I
4.
play it next turn.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm gonna force it. Pitching a ponder.
Alright, I'm going to force that force with my blue mana. Go ahead.
So normally I would probably just let it resolve.
But your hand has something really good in it.
Well, yes. I'm gonna fetch. Go find. And this is actually the only reason I did this. Well, I guess it's no. Because of the card, the last card in my hand, which I'm about to play, is the reason I kept, or I forced, because it set me up exactly for the dig through time.
I didn't even know that was in your deck.
It's a one of.
And this was at the Star City as well, right? At the Star City?
Yeah, I played one of at Star City as well.
It's not as bad as it could have been.
So I think. Card. So we're definitely taking this one because that's like the kind of card we need to try and win the game quick. But of the remaining cards here, so we don't know if he has another land or not, which could make a huge difference with what we do here. Even if he kills the Glistener Elf, we've still got the Inkmoth Nexus. I think that means we want this because the only out he's going to have is a damage-based spell. So we'll take that. We'll invigorate here and come in for 6.
Seems right.
Yeah. And pass it back.
Alright.
Now I'm fairly confident without a great draw.
So I actually already had the Wasteland in my hand, if I could flip the right card. Wasteland in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So now I get to figure out if... I think just killing your creature is the best play. So I just Abrupt Decay the Glistener Elf because it can't be countered.
Mm-hmm.
And then go ahead and Wasteland the Inkmoth. But I could actually wait and Wasteland it.
No, you can't. No, you should not.
No? Oh, because you might
Vine's
have to
Vastwood.
Vine's Vastwood or Fairy's Response if you're sideboard.
That's in my sideboard, but Vine's Vastwood is what you have to worry about.
So now you can't kill me on your next turn. Go ahead. And Termagor's going to be quite big when it gets cast. Because there's a creature, a land, an instant, sorcery.
Go ahead. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we're not attacking.
And then we play the Badlands.
So him finding a wasteland there was big.
Yeah, actually, that was my first draw, and I opted to go ahead and try to
It's possible.
either play the Dark Confidant to try to generate card advantage, or the Him to rip your hand apart instead.
It's possible I screwed up the dig.
So I don't know if I should continue to tear your hand apart or play the Dark Confidant here. So because I drew another Him, so I think generating the card advantage means more to me.
Okay.
So Dark Confidant, and I will put a counter here so I don't forget about it. Go ahead.
That was a good draw. Brainstorm. Alright, so we always got this. Can hide away the cards we don't want to have to play. and send it back. Trigger.
Dark Confidant for 2.
Tarmogoyf. Yep.
And then draw.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I needed. Land.
Right, that lets him play 2 spells this turn.
Alright. So you know about the Tarmogoyf. I'll just go and play it.
Yep.
And I'll go ahead and lightning bolt.
Spell Pierce.
Huh?
Yeah, Jund doesn't normally have. Oops, sorry. Jund doesn't normally have a 1 mana black spell to kill creatures, so I can do it that way. Now he has to decide if he wants to swing with the Confidant or not. There is like 0% chance I'm blocking.
Yeah, there's 0% chance you're blocking. But do I want to block with my Tarmogoyf on your Glistener? Probably. So go ahead.
So because I set this up, it doesn't actually matter. I'm going to become immense. So he's a 7/7, swing for 8 with the trigger.
I think that's enough to kill me regardless.
And then berserk it.
Oh,
So
well,
the trample gets it.
It is enough.
Yeah.
And so the only way to prevent that would have been to leave up the Abrupt Decay, which was probably a better play.
I had vines. Like when you cast the bolt instead, that's why I thought for so long. Because I had vines to protect it from the decay, I didn't know you had a lightning bolt. So I used this, because the last card was a Spell Pierce, I used that instead just because...
So the only way to win that one would have been to bolt it, and then in response to you vinesing it, Abrupt Decay it.
Yes.
But, I mean, I don't know if that's what I should do, is just spend all my actions removing and try to kill you with Dark Confidant, or if I should be playing threats, you know?
Yeah, so
It's very hard to decide.
If that had happened, I would have been under more pressure. The next card underneath that was a Blighted Agent. So it just depends if you can find another removal spell in the next like 2 or 3 cards or not.
Alright. It seems like the best move for me is to always kill all of your Infect things and then play my threats.
And you always do it on your own turn if you can.
Yeah, so it wastes your erase your pump if it's a pump based kind of thing, right?
Because all of my stuff to stop your spells is either Vines of Vastwood, which is also a pump spell when I need it, or it's a counter spell. So regardless, it's better to do it on your turn so I can get the free pumps. The only time you have to cast spells on my turn is when you're trying to kill an Inkmoth Nexus with something that's not a Wasteland.
Yeah, which is basically just Lightning Bolt in my deck, I believe.
Punishing Fire.
Or Punishing Fire, yeah. There are 2 or 3 of those in here. I just didn't see any, or the lands.
3.
So it's been a while since I've played this deck, but I have played several opens. Just didn't get lucky like Zach did.
Takes a little bit of luck, no doubt. Oh, I mean, Jund is like sort of an underdog versus a lot of decks, though, too.
Right now,
anything
for a
that's
while, it was on
heavy.
top.
Yeah, I mean, if you play a metagame full of
one land you can
that's
keep.
mine. I will keep mine. What's that? Oh, he's on the phone. If you play a metagame full of Delver decks, it's pretty solid. Or Death and Taxes.
I mean, Elves, it's really good against Elves. As long as you draw your removal.
A really good Elves player can
There
play.
aren't many of those, though.
Well, there's a lot of Elves players, however. I played Elves 3 times at the Open. It's the deck I saw more than any other. And, I mean, it's a really good matchup for me, because I have Force of Will for the Natural Order, and I can kill them in, like, 2 or 3 turns, because they literally can't block half the creatures I play. So, you know, Blighted Agent and the Flyer.
Yeah, they can't block the Flyer or the Blighted.
I did have one opponent who Natural Ordered for Rurik Thar, which can block Inkmoth Nexus,
That's
but
cool.
I happened to have the +6/+6 spell, so my Inkmoth killed his Rurik Thar, and then I killed him the next turn.
Alright, go get the Bayou, play the Death Rush on.
Yes.
It's a very good opening hand. Especially after having gone down a card. It's in here somewhere.
Indubitably.
Go ahead.
Dicey probe.
Well, I guess you get to see all that because that's in my hand, right?
What do we have right now?
Bayou, Forest, Liliana, and Abrupt Decay.
Turn 2 Lily, most likely. Okay.
I might actually be willing to wait a turn on it because I might want to play around the days.
You won't. Go ahead.
Oh, well. Might as well do it then. I guess it doesn't really matter which land I play against you. You don't play Wastelands. So.
I have 1.
Oh, you have 1? Okay.
Stops like Maze of Ith and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I thought it might be in the sideboard.
No, I play the Wasteland main deck, and then I have like a couple other like tutor lands, the Jokabog and stuff in the sideboard.
I will go ahead and play the Liliana, I think.
You got it.
And then I will decide if I want to +1 or leave it alone.
Yeah, because your hand being down to 3 cards might actually matter there.
Well, I don't know if I really need another land or not. So, I mean, eventually I want 4 so I can play Bloodbraid, but
Right.
it might be worth taking a card out of your hand and setting up the Lily for 2 sacks later.
Inkmoth is good against her, being that it's immune to sorcery.
So I will go ahead and +1 it. And of course, you wouldn't know, but I'm choosing the Forest.
I choose Dig Through Time.
So, your turn.
No. Just keep on going past. I mean, the gas station is just the line. Anyway, and then just go past that.
Really bending your lands there.
Yeah, it'll be alright. Alright, so that means we're tossing this. Alright, go ahead.
Quite an odd hand.
And then immediately. It's a good way down there.
I wonder how much better my card quality is than yours. That's what I'm really wondering. I think we should do it one more time. I choose this card. That was punching fire.
Brainstorm?
Yep.
Didn't need that anyway. These 2 back. Untap, draw, and we have the kill here. Animate the Inkmoth. Swing. Invigorate. Berserk.
Yeah, I think that's just death. The only thing that would save me is to keep the punching fire, right? Unless you have the.
That was what I dug up with the brainstorm.
So, I mean, there's just nothing you can do about that.
Correct.
So.
That's what I was saying when I kept the opening hand. I was like, boy, this one's really good, assuming you don't have a wasteland, because because it had everything else.
I mean, I would have definitely played it if I had it. So.
And actually, my very first draw step was the second Ink Moth, so I was like, well, even a slower game I can get as long as he doesn't like have either a second Wasteland or a Lily Ultimate that happens really well.
Well, I mean,
The
there's
earliest
no
you can-
quicker. Yeah.
Yeah, the
I did
earliest
every
you can
turn I
Lily Ult
could,
is what,
so.
like turn 5 or something?
So I played it on turn 2, and it needs 3 more counters.
Yeah.
So it goes to 4
No,
on
turn 6 is the earliest you can. Yeah, that would be way
Yeah.
too slow.
Goes to 4 on turn 2, 5 on turn 3, 6 on turn 4, and then
Ult on turn 5, okay, yeah. So 5 is the soonest you can do
What
it.
else does the Lily do?
Uh,
I know it's like
Each player discards a card. -2 is target player sacrifices a creature, and -6 is you separate all of target player's permanents into 2 piles.
they pick one and stack the other.
Yeah, one gets trashed, the other to keep.
Gotcha.
And on Moto, they'll probably pick their own half because seriously, that
Well-
game is like arbitrary.
Well, and it's like convoluted sometimes on Moto, where like it'll say choose which one to keep,
Or
and
say choose which one to sack.
Well, I mean, it's specifically worded one way, but not all cards are worded like that.
Yeah.
You know, like with Fact or Fiction, they choose the pile that they split them into 2 piles, and you choose which one you want to keep.
Yeah.
But with Gifts Ungiven, they choose which cards go into the graveyard, not which ones go into your hand.
Yeah. Well, and like to do what I've been having trouble with is on a Modern Affinity. To use the Ravager's ability, you have to click the Ravager, right-click the Ravager, click Sacrifice a permanent,
And then
you have to
choose
click the permanent you want, right? So then, if you want to sacrifice the Ravager, you have to right-click the Ravager and then click the Ravager.
Yeah.
And so we were sacked 10 things to the Ravager last night, and then click the Ravager, right-clicked, and sack the thing that we wanted the counters to go to.
Right.
And then we just conceded the game.
Instead of sacking the Ravager and then having that trigger target the...
Yeah. So
It's much easier in real life to operate all those things.
it's much easier to do, all that stuff, because I'm way more confident in real life, which I'll hopefully prove the next time we play.
This hand is fine.
So this hand is down to 6.
What do y'all think of the creature Lily?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it'll get played anywhere,
It seems
but
pretty legit.
It'll get played.
It's like
So-
3 mana.
another one lander, I'm pretty sure I shouldn't keep it.
Deathrite or Thought Seizes,
So I do have a Thought Seize, but no Deathrite. So
that's really risky then.
yeah, it's pretty risky. I'm gonna go
Especially
ahead-
since you know what you're playing against.
Yeah, I would go ahead and mulligan. The top card was actually a Deathrite. Huh?
That's still bad.
Jessica's coming in.
All right.
Because even if the top card's a Deathrite, you're banking on
15.
fetch lands hitting the yard.
Pretty much. I mean, you've got them too, though. So you've got quite a lot of them.
I have 8.
That's still
You've got
your
one
dragon
more. But this isn't like...
Well, I think I have 8 in this build.
Okay. Playing a man land?
No, I'm just playing the 3 bayous. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
So I think I'll play a
See
man
you.
land next time.
See?
All right, we got lands.
Take it away.
Good.
So we're going to lead out on the elf because that's always the most aggressive play.
I think just killing it's the best play. So abrupt kill.
Sure thing. You were done, right?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna play my 0 mana spells now. I've often wondered if Gitaxian Probe would be worth it in this deck.
Probably not. So he's
Liliana Grove, Tarmogoyf.
He's got a Lily coming next turn, or a Goyf. Let's see what we draw. Ink Moth, and which best turn? I think. Yeah, it's fine.
Play the Grove. I think the best thing is to try to beat you before you can beat me. So Tarmogoyf.
Okay.
Pass.
Alright, so unless he drew Lightning Bolt, actually it doesn't even matter if he drew Lightning Bolt. Yeah. Gonna animate the Ink Moth,
Yep.
pump it up,
Yep. 2/3.
in for
And
11.
death?
Or 10. Sorry. 4, 8, 9, 10, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had another grove in my hand.
Like I said, unless it was a lightning bolt, and actually the lightning bolt didn't matter because of the pair of bolts. This matchup, I've played it a few times with my brother, and it is like super favorable for Infect.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta get my wallet. I think my pizza's here. The pizza is here. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Go.
Box. Sit down. Quiet.
Total is 17. Yeah, 17, 16.
Oh, let's see what's in the sideboard.
Okay. Thank you.
Later. Thanks. I don't know how much you're supposed to tip a pizza delivery guy, but hopefully that was enough.
So I think this is the full sideboard, which I didn't know I had kept together. So against you for sideboarding, I guess I would bring in Golgari Charm and the Umezawa's Jitte,
Those are both good.
and then 2 Pithing Needles.
Those are both good.
I'm not sure if Surgical Extraction, but maybe Toxic Deluge.
Deluge is like a decent removal spell because the life loss doesn't matter.
Yep. I'm not sure about any of the rest of them, like the Duresses, the Graft Diggers. Well, Graft Diggers probably not. You're not playing from your graveyard. The Red Elemental Blast and the Pyroblast, probably not worth it. They only hit 1 permanent in your whole deck.
Yeah, and they don't counter any of the spells that actually matter.
I mean, you probably are taking out your Force of Wills too, so they probably won't hit very much at all.
Yeah, that's almost here.
And then let's see, the Duresses, maybe, not sure.
Dress is decent. I mean, depends how much room you can make.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's 100% coming in.
And then Ancient Grudge, you don't really play any artifacts except for the Ink Moth, so maybe that's what.
Yeah, Ancient Grudge is playable.
So, and then Diabolic Edict, probably not. I mean,
Yeah.
Surgical Extraction, I guess I could theoretically surgically extract your Ink Moth, but
You still have to find things to take out.
that's kind of a long shot, yeah. So, I think we're going to put this maybe, and I'm going to see what all I should take out.
My big thing is taking out the crappy counter spells.
So, I think actually Bloodbraid Elves, probably not worth it against you.
They are slow.
Simply because of, I don't think I've gotten to 4 mana anytime we played.
I think I would definitely take out the Force of Wills against you.
Now, I don't know about Thoughtseize versus Duress. I don't think my life total matters, so probably just stick with Thoughtseize.
Yeah, but you might want some number of both. Just the
I'm already playing 1 Golgari Charm in the main, so that's good.
I don't even think I want the decays. Just want these 2. This is like one of those matchups where I don't have to board, or I don't board much because it's inherently pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
Because you're basically you're playing against a combo deck, which is one of Jun's weakness.
Yep. Which is probably why it's not very good for it. Now, I don't know if taking out Hymns next or what, but
No
I need to
way.
make room for 3 more cards. So. I mean, I don't know if Liliana's very good against you, really.
She's actually pretty weak.
So, I mean, maybe take out 3 Lilies?
Yeah, I would do that because you want to bring your curve down to it.
I mean, maybe I want to just take out all 4 Lilies and play another Duress. So.
It's also decent. Lily's one of the cards that, like, if she keeps going,
She's eventually going to do it.
Yeah. She will lock the game down once you've stabilized, but
So.
she doesn't help you stabilize
I
very
think
well.
playing the Duress is probably better than the 1 Lily. So, I think putting in.
Yeah, that looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Now, I mean, there's probably some other cards we could think about cutting. So.
Well, you can't cut any of the creatures. Well, other than maybe the Bloodbraids.
Yeah, I think Bloodbraid's pretty weak because 4 mana I'm probably not getting to.
Well, I mean, and you can get to 4. This is one of the few matchups where like you're going to use your wastelands really often, so it is a little harder to get to 4.
Yeah.
A lot of matches with Jund, you don't blow your wastelands on just like their basics.
No, you just
duels. You're just saving it for
this really special lands, the man lands or the lock you out of the game lands.
like Tabernacle or something terrible like
Yeah.
that. Maze of Ith.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you might take one to keep them off a certain card, but like you might keep them off Batter Skull mana or something. So
And that's legit because Batterskull's a very
it's pretty hard to
card.
beat. About the only thing that beats it's the Ancient Grudge. So
Yeah, and that's hard. That can be really hard to set up. Like if they play around it.
all right, so I guess I'm gonna go first.
Why are these pizza boxes creepy?
Oh no,
It's weird.
they're new ones.
I don't like it. They're delivering to a funeral.
So I'm gonna go ahead and fetch and get the red black one. I can't think of the name. Badlands.
Yeah.
And then I will Thought Siege you. I don't actually have a Thought Siege, but it worked, so that's fine.
There you be. This is a tough hand.
Do you want to cut?
No, you're good.
So I can try taking the Infect creature, or I can try taking the Invigorate. Since you have the Ink Moth Nexus, I guess I need to look at my hand a little more.
Like I said,
See
this is a
what I
very
can
hard
actually
hand to disrupt.
answer.
Because it has like
That's a
redundant
lot
creatures,
of stuff. Yeah.
redundant draw spells, good
Yeah.
mana. It has like everything.
I think I'll take the Glistener Elf.
Okay.
So. Alright. I don't know if that was correct or not. Go ahead.
Good.
So now I play a land and him you and hope the one card you drew was in counterspell. Alright, so 1/5 reroll.
Yep.
1 and then 1/4 reroll. One again. Maybe that dice isn't the best one to use.
Berserk and Ink Moth Nexus.
That's pretty good.
That is solid. Good.
Yep. So I'm really just hoping to tear your hand apart.
Brainstorm.
Yep. So now are you digging for both creatures and lands at this point? Or do you just want one of those? I don't really know what you're trying to do.
Put these two back. Fetch.
So you've done 2 fetches?
Yeah.
18. Your life till actually matters. Oh, got it, agent. So we will lightning bolt that guy. Got it.
Invigorate. I think you have an abrupt decay yet. Also, you gain 3,
Yeah, I gained 3.
or another bolt or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if I have an abrupt decay, I don't even have to play it now, right?
That's true.
Should I? I don't really know the difference.
Depends if I draw Vines of Vastwood or not.
Well, then I should always play it now. So go ahead.
Like I said, you should kill everything on your turn if you can.
Yeah, everything.
Sure.
Most times you wait.
If You done?
Yeah. Honor.
Wait. Is it? What, 2 cards?
Yeah, 2. Yeah. Now you have 2 as well.
Good.
Pick the needle on the Ink-Moth.
Yep.
And go ahead.
Swing for 1.
19.
Good.
Fetch. 18. Go get another Badlands, because that's the best alternative if I draw the Punishing Fire.
Yeah, I mean, it's generally better to have more red mana.
Well, so most of the time you don't actually need very many red.
Other than Punishing Fire.
The Punishing
You don't
Fire.
really need much green then either, though.
So, yeah. You really just need black mana most of the time.
Well, that's why all your duels are black.
Yeah.
Anybody who plays a Taiga is wrong.
Yep. There was a brief time where you could play a Taiga and it was cool.
Oh, sorry, Nightcrawler. I'm running a single Bayou to play Thoughtseize and Abrupt Decay. It's like I'm testing it out as like an option.
And draw for turn. Play Grove. Wish I had a Punishing Fire in the graveyard. I think since I drew another Pithing Needle, I just go ahead and play it and name Ink-Moth again. That way you... I mean, do I care about any of your other lands? I don't think so.
At the current board state, though, I don't think it matters.
Well,
Like, you might save it for something
if
I
you
boarded
draw, destroy the thing, then you'll hit
I'm
me for
swinging
2
for-
Infect.
in. It's 2 either way.
That's a good point. I guess you could draw a pump spell and make it more, but you could just pump that guy, so probably doesn't matter.
I'm only swinging with 1 guy at this
Go
point.
ahead. I just need to draw not lands. How about that?
Swing for 2.
Yep. 2 Infect.
Go ahead.
Use the nice green die we got here. So I think I just go ahead and cast this Guard Charm. And -1/-1 for all creatures.
Yep.
Good.
Good. Now I need to fade a bunch of removal spells and so on. For 1.
Nope. Wrong one.
Good. This is
Finally, Termaglyph.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
probe. I know it's a Pithing Needle.
Yep.
Swing for 1.
4.
Good. It's possible. He draws another Golgari Charm. But
Alright. Might as well play the Wasteland. I wonder if it's worth Pithing Needle to that other land. The one that gives a +1, +2.
that would be. I mean, I think it's probably better still to wait, because if I don't draw it, you would rather have the Pithing Needle to replace this one on Ink-Moth, because now we're at the point where this Ink-Moth and this one
Yeah.
is more relevant. So it's probably better to wait and just risk me drawing a single Pendelhaven.
Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and attack, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So
gotta
I've
be
got
4.
an instant and a creature.
I've got all 4 types.
Oh, you've got all 4?
Unless you have an artifact.
I do not have an artifact because you haven't destroyed it yet.
Alright, I'm at 14.
I don't even have creatures.
I do.
Instant sorcery land, and you have creature.
It's the standard 4/5.
Alright. So you're not blocking. Take 4.
It did.
Pass. See, now that I have this many land, I kind of wish I'd kept the blood braids, but usually you don't get to this point.
And for 2.
Yep, go to 6.
Go ahead.
Yeah. 4 again.
10.
Go ahead.
With both.
Yeah, just take 2.
Good.
Just play this guy. And 4 again.
Go to 6.
Go ahead. Man, that punishing fire would be really good right now to lock this game down.
Tap trigger.
I'll have to kill it, so Abrupt Decay.
Good.
Attack for 2? No, 4. I mean, yeah.
Invigorate.
Yep.
Block.
Use a live, right?
It's a 5/5. Yeah.
So I should have responded to the Invigorate by trying to kill it. So. Alright, well, so it's big enough. So Badlands and a thing. And then this dies. And then before you draw, I'm gonna get the Punishing Fire back and shoot it. So, but it's your turn. So you gain 1. I get the Punishing Fire back with that 1, and then I shoot it with these 2. Oh wait, I gotta leave the black up to drain you, so I'll shoot that. I've needed the Punishing Fire online this whole game.
Yeah, well, I just drew the card that would have got me out of it.
Oh, really? Like right as you drew?
This game, yeah.
Okay, so that was the one that gave it protection?
Yeah, I drew a couple lands for a few turns, and then that one last turn.
I clearly drew a few lands a few times too,
Yeah.
but the removal was actually there that game. So I don't know if this how much the sideboard really helped. I mean, the Pithy
Needle made a big difference.
Needle saved for several turns until the Wasteland came down, and then 1 Golgari Charm is actually from the sideboard out of the 2. So
now that I know you're running needles, I would have to bring in the Abrupt Decays.
So you wouldn't just assume I was running needles before?
Nope.
Do a lot of Jund don't anymore?
I could bring in Abrupt Decay, just expecting to.
I mean, when you played Jund back in the day, it ran Pithit Needles, right? So
In the sideboard, but
yeah,
it's no guarantee that they have it.
Oh, okay. I like playing Jund. It's sad that it's poorly positioned right now.
Yeah, it just struggles so bad against combo decks.
And it always has, but for a while there, it didn't seem like many people were playing combo decks.
Well, combo was some of the combo decks were really weak for a while because without cards like Dig Through Time, like if they couldn't go off fast, then the hand disruption that existed in Legacy was like good enough to shut them down. You could kill them.
Yeah.
It's like some of the Delver, like the Sultai Delver decks and stuff, just manhandle them. But Dig Through Time and the new like the Show and Tell based combo decks can ignore a lot of that stuff. Plus, they get to play a lot of counterspells and a lot of cantrips. That's how the Omnitel decks are. They're just like all counterspells, cantrips,
Well, that's how Sneaking Show's basically always been, so.
Yeah, the
And
new
Omnitail is very similar to it,
is better.
but it's not as fun. Or does it still have Emrakul and stuff it can show and tell on?
It plays Omniscience and then hard casts an Emrakul. Takes an extra turn and attacks. Because it's actually casting Emrakul.
Yeah, as opposed to cheating it into play. But does it play 4 of them, or does it just play 1?
Plays either 1 or 2, but it doesn't matter. Once you have Omniscience out, they just find it. Because they can start casting Dig Through Times for free.
Yep.
Oy.
It seems okay, though not great.
So that was a no-lander.
Wow. That's one thing about playing Affinity in Modern. No landers sometimes are keepable. Because you're like, artifact, now my
Mox Opal.
Mox Opal works.
And you can just play a Springleaf Drum.
Yeah, and now my Springleaf Drum taps one of those 0-mana creatures and I cast something else.
Yeah.
So, it's crazy starts sometimes. No lands.
Well, and all your lands are really solid too. They either produce all the colors, are creatures, or are artifacts.
Pretty much. Sometimes, they're only artifacts when you activate them now.
Well,
Which is important.
no, I meant they become creatures. But
Yeah.
the Darksteel Citadel.
Yeah, it is an artifact. And then the creatures become artifacts when you turn them on. Or at least the Inkmoth does. I don't know about the Bleakmoth.
Okay.
Ooh. That's wild. Huh. So I don't know if it's best to attack your mana base or attack your creatures. Or attack your hand. I gotta pick one though on the first turn. Alright, I'll go ahead and Veteran Catacombs for the Bayou and then Thought Seizure. What a weird hand.
Bulletproof.
Man. So it's not like I can get rid of one of your shuffles because you have a fetch. So I might as well just take the Rainstorm because it's the best.
It's pretty good.
Alright, get the Bayou, your turn. Oh, I should have thought about it and grabbed the Ponder. Because you had to shuffle to get the first land. So, that would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Draw, play Hierarch, swing for 2.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yep.
Fetch.
I think I'm doing a pretty good job of playing around the days, even though you haven't played one yet against me, and we've played 5 games or something.
Part of that's because I cut one from the deck. I'm only playing the 2 now.
That might help.
Bob, Fire Needle, Waste Forest.
That forest, that's what's gonna get you.
Good.
Definitely want to go get it now. And miss.
What do you have?
Lands instant sorcery, so unless you got a creature.
No, taking the creature out for sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fetch.
Dig seems really good.
It's pretty good.
He's got abrupt decay mana, and that's supposed to be value.
Good. Yeah, this is a value or representative of. Resolves.
It'll hide them.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I don't know if that was the correct play. So, go ahead. Now, the reason I did that was because he has to either decide to tap the Penalhaven and plus that, or to let it dissolve.
Swing for 1.
16. So what would you have done
Go
there?
ahead.
Does it
I'd
seem
have
like a good
wasted
play?
the Pendelhaven.
You'd have wasted the Penalhaven and then let you respond by plussing it? Or would you have not even?
I mean, I would have done it to make you play the Punishing Fire, but I think the Needle's better versus the Inkmoth Nexus.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
That makes sense.
There's 4 of those and only 1 Pendelhaven. Did I board out? Yeah, I did. It's dumb.
Land. Pleasure fire. Go ahead.
For 1. Good.
Man.
Yep.
It's rough. Good. All 3 of them. No land to get them back.
Swing for 1.
13.
Good.
Good. Did you take your 2 off the attack scene, or did you just pay for
I
it?
paid for one.
Oh, okay. Yep. So it's for mana, or not for mana?
Hold on, I paid this. I'm doing this wrong. Let's see, I have to. Nope, I'm not even casting it. Go ahead. Yeah, I can't cast it right now. Or I shouldn't. I should cast it next turn.
Both the basics. Slow rolling.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Now we cast it. Good.
Pressure fire.
Be great. You gain 3.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Back up to 16. Finally. With the basics. Dark Confidant.
Yep.
Actually, before I play the Dark Confidant, I should waste that, so you can't immediately kill the Dark Confidant.
Fine.
Oh. Good.
In for 2. Go ahead.
Dark Confidant trigger. 2. 14. And draw a card.
Yep.
Swing 2.
15.
Go ahead.
Combat.
Okay.
Attack trigger. Trigger.
Grab trigger. Oh. Got the basics. Good. Dark Confidant trigger. Land. Draw for turn.
Oh, that pizza.
And I guess I'll just play the fetch I just drew instead.
Always got lands to go find.
Oh, barely. There's barely any to go find. You know that card, so I'll leave it face
Yeah.
up for you. Well, that's kind of confusing, so.
You've got 1 to find, right?
Let's say there's
Bayou.
two
Or there's 2
bayous, and
That's it.
that's it. And they're fine. So I'm gonna go do that now, I suppose.
13.
Good. I'm just gonna do this now. It doesn't matter.
Attack trigger.
Man, I guess. Let's see, I'm at 4, so you need 6. So 1 Invigorate would do it if you had it. So I should respond to that trigger by Golgari Jar. -1/-1. And you can cut if you want.
Nah, you're good. Good.
I guess it's good you didn't have it, but now I don't really have much. Draw.
Couldn't you always go where I try in response to my invigorate? If I want.
I suppose to, but it would only kill these two. So maybe that would have been better.
No. You kill it before the invigorate resolves.
Well, so you would let the trigger resolve to make it a 2/2, and then you would invigorate.
Oh, that's true.
So it wouldn't kill it, but that might still been better because in that case, I could have just taken the 2 and then drawn a card with Dark Confidant.
Yeah, it does get you an extra card though.
So I happened to draw another one anyway. So whatever.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Good.
Dark Confidant trigger. 2.
Yep.
Draw for turn. Grove, finally. Type 2.
Yep.
Your turn. Daxian Probe?
Yeah, I think that's game. Because I know what the two.
Toxic
I knew what
damage
one of the
and
cards was.
Well, so you gain 1 life, and then I pay 3 and pull all 3 punching fires back to my hand. And proceed to punish you 3 times on the next turn, I think. So.
I'm going to go to 12.
You're going to go to 12, and then I pull all these back to my hand and cast
6.
one of
2.
them.
So I get 1 more draw step? Yeah, it's alright.
Alright.
Good.
Alright, so you
Actually-
gain 1, I get 3.
Yeah.
And then I use 1 of them with these. So you go down to 10. Yeah. And then untap. Dark Confidant trigger. 10.
Mm-hmm.
Draw trigger.
Draw trigger.
Draw trigger. I think you're not actually allowed to say that. That's a mistake. 1, 2, 3. So. Deathrite Shaman. Next step. Take 2. And then I can hit you with.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 next turn.
I can do 2.
4.
Well, 2, 4.
It's not lethal.
Well, I
this
can
turn.
get it back, so I can do 6 and give you 1. So no need to do it now. Your turn.
No, I didn't draw the Ink Moth. Ink Moth was the out.
Even with a wasteland. Yeah. Oh. Because you could give it whatchamacallit proof, X proof.
But did not see it. That hand was, or that those draws later in the game were pretty lousy.
I kept drawing removal, so that was okay. But I did wait a long time for that punishing fire, or for the grove for the punishing fire. I just shuffled in half of those upside down. Do you have any comments over there that we missed?
They asked if the deck lists are available anywhere. So we're playing pretty stock lists of Infect and Legacy Infect and Legacy Jund. I have a light black splash in Infect that I'm just testing out. I don't actually know if it's going to stick around or not, but I've just been trying it out to see what if abrupt decays are any good. Doesn't look like they are, but trying anyway.
Do you want to switch decks for a little bit? Because I need to practice with Infect.
No.
No. Don't want to play Jund.
Nope. I'm done with that. That era of my life is over.
You should bring more Legacy decks.
I don't have more Legacy. I mean, I guess I have Jund, but that mirror is about as fun as.
Well, I need to
Paint
practice
dry.
with Infect. Mine's just not together yet.
Get on it. You can get Hierarchs now. For
Yeah.
40-ish.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for them to go down after the GP. If they don't, I'll just get them.
Yeah.
But I expect if they're going to go down, it's going to be after the GP.
And if you have any other staples that weren't printed that you need to get them now because they're going to keep going up.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
Like if you want Blood Moons, get them now because they're gonna go up.
Yeah, I think I've already got some of those. So.
And if you want, what else?
Well, they've probably already gone up. Is the thing.
Well, everything's climbing now though. You have ink moths, right? Because jeez, those have gone up a lot.
Yeah, I do have ink moths. Now I don't have the blink moths. Luckily, they were reprinted because I would like to go ahead and build the modern affinity in paper because I'm only missing a very few cards for affinity.
Yeah.
I think I'm missing definitely the Mox, whatever it is.
Mox Opal.
I'm missing the Mox Opal, which just got
have one
reprinted.
of those.
I'm missing the Blink Moth, which just got reprinted.
Unfortunately, the Mox was printed at Mythic again. So, like, basically all the Mythics, their prices haven't changed near as much.
No, they haven't really adjusted at all.
Just like Tarmogoyf went down a little bit.
Yeah.
For now.
Turbo went down to, I think, what I bought them for when I bought them for this deck. So, whatever.
Did Domino's change their pizza again?
Did they?
Like, this doesn't seem like the same.
That's way more important than Magic.
I'm concerned.
You should be.
Not that it's bad or anything, it's just not
If you have stock in any company, it's probably that one.
Domino's?
Yeah. You certainly eat that enough, being a typical Magic player.
Yeah. It's like a Wednesday tradition.
Every Wednesday, your tradition is to consume 2 pizzas.
No, I only consume like 3/4 of a pizza. I have a lot of leftovers because I like it. I'll play. And I'll keep.
It's not great, but it's okay. Much in?
Go ahead.
Fetch and go ahead and Thought Seizure. Get the Bayou? Yeah. Yep, I knew you might have it. There's Bayou in here somewhere. Good. Does he have it? Invigorate Berserk. I'm dead.
Swing for 1.
No blocks.
Okay.
Just 1? Yeah. Invigorate Berserk. Death.
Good.
Draw. So go ahead and lightning bolt this guy.
Binds.
Yep. Go ahead.
Let's probe again.
Large chart.
In for 2.
Oh, Infect.
Good.
We'll leave Grove. Draw the Punishing Fire. Proceed to win. That'd be great. Go ahead and him you.
Keep the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
keep the number you roll.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Keep that one. Yeah, don't show me that one. Abrupt decay and crop rotation. Go ahead.
Six plus 6, 1 for 7.
And then do about that. I had a 50 needle.
Stop the what you call it.
Yeah, I did that last time though. It didn't seem like a great play. Not when I wasn't drawing the wastelands.
Whew, barely got out of that one.
Well, I didn't really do anything the whole game, so. Lightning bolted one thing. Got thought he's countered.
Yeah. Had.
I thought about lightning bolting the first turn, and then I was like, well, if he's got the counter spell, I'd rather run the thought seize into it. So. Seems like a bad matchup. It gets a little better after sideboarding.
Yeah. You just have more of the right kind of removal and less of the clunky stuff.
Yeah. Though still, it seems like decent draws on both our parts. You're very favored. Takes really good draws on my parts or really bad draws on your part.
This is no good. Might have been okay.
I think I'm good.
It's raining pretty nice.
Yeah, it's raining pretty hard out there. You going to F&M movie this week?
No, not this week.
Alright. When's the next Star City? That you're going to?
The Invitational is next weekend. Oops. Let's go to 6.
Oh, so you're going to that?
Yeah. It's up in Columbus.
Yeah, I'm still not qualified.
This is fine.
Now that Noble Hierarch's been reprinted, I'll be more willing to go play Modern and Legacy. I didn't
Modern
necessarily.
without it.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily need them for Modern. I didn't want them. Go ahead and get the Badlands. Go ahead.
Fetch. Play that guy. $19 all.
Yep. You haven't cut?
Nope.
Alright. My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and lightning bolt.
Sure.
Go ahead. Good. How many cards in here?
4.
Go ahead and him you. 1, 4,
Yep,
roll.
yep.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Daze and a brainstorm. Go ahead.
Animate it. 2 for 2.
Yep. 2 poison.
Go ahead.
Nah.
Ciao.
Go ahead.
Animated. Swing. Trigger.
In response to the trigger. Charm -1/-1.
So 5 here. Yeah, it would have been 6, but it's 5.
5.
Good.
Good.
Wait. Yep. Attack.
Last one, last one.
Nice.
Dead.
2 Golgari charms.
Yeah, couldn't draw any lands though. I had a Dark Confidant, no, 2 Dark Confidants and a Termaglyph in my hand. I was afraid
Didn't
you
want to
might,
risk playing them.
afraid you might kill me on any turn. So
The Ink Moth is like the best threat in the deck.
it really is. I mean, there's 2 Pithing Needles and 3 Wastelands, but just wasn't enough. So, are you done for that?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Well, thank everyone for tuning in. We'll be doing some Modern Masters draft tomorrow, I believe.
Oh, online?
Yeah, some
That's pretty
PTGO. And I bought a paper box as well. We could theoretically draft.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there's an extra crop rotation in here.
See, there's one more card I put in.
So I think I've decided I'm not a huge fan of the Black Splash. I may just have to come up with something else if I want to try and beat Omnitel.
Well, you could probably play a few more matches before you completely rule it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it's hard for you to play all those matches without actually going to a tournament. So
That
we
is
just
true.
don't have that many cards. I could try to proxy some up for next week. I'm gonna have my Infect deck up and running. So
What we need is more modern decks.
well, I'll try to go ahead and proxy up the cards I don't have for Affinity, since I'm playing it online too. Maybe I'll be decent with it.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just stink as much as we do online. We'll see.
That goes in, these come out, these go into the sideboard. Because this is my, well, this is Jund. Or the remnants of. But I have my modern deck built.
So, are you playing that list I saw a few weeks ago that's Abzan?
Yeah.
I think I have all those cards as well.
We made a few changes.
So, is it playing any, what's that one? The one they play in Standard, Anafinza?
No.
You think it's not good enough?
I don't actually know.
Or you just don't own any? Hadn't tried it?
I also don't have that. Yeah, I also don't own any. But no, I just have not tried it. I don't suspect it of being good enough, but it
Does
might.
the exiling creatures not matter as much in Modern right now?
I mean, it's good against the decks that